guys. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? I am ready. We're ready. Sorry I'm a little late this morning, guys. Excuse me. I had a few things I needed to get done before I could actually get into a stream today. So either way, I got those things done. Welcome to the stream. My name is Harry. If you guys have never been here to the channel before, I am a full-time caricature artist. I like to animate like people's faces from photos. So or I do it live as well. And sometimes I'll take pictures live and then draw from the picture there. You know what I'm saying? Depending on like the circumstances. Sometimes I might get kids or something that don't want to sit still or they want to move around a lot. I'll be like, look, we can do this one or two ways, right? We can do it the easy way, or we can get into some gangster stuff, right? Right. But anyway, sometimes I'll take photos and do it on the spot. Let me see. Our stream is going to be maybe about an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours. After every stream, I do a word of the day. So if you want to stick around for that, I'd like to encourage you with the word of God at the end of our stream. And then other than that, guys, that's we're gonna go ahead and dive in. Also, I do have a goal I'm trying to meet, right? And if you guys help me to meet my goal, I will sing a song for you. That's it. You get a song. Okay, I got you. This is my full-time job, so if you guys feel like you're benefiting from the stream today, don't hesitate to go ahead and send me a little something, man, to with the super stickers and things. Hey, how you doing today, Gene? How are you? What's going on? All right, and then I don't know who this is. I love this channel. Oh, awesome. I love this channel, and your name's I. That's pretty cool. I like that. Thank you so much for the kind words there, my friend. Oh, dude. Let me see here. How much battery do I have here? All right, I meant to do a TikTok live. You know what? I think we can still do it. Let me see here. You know what I can do? Guys, give me just a second. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I forgot to set up my camera for TikTok. I told you I was just all over the place today. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in, guys. We're going to pull up a few models here from my Pinterest. That's where I like to get my models from there, or either sometimes I'll do like Earth's World, which is a really cool little page as well. You know, Pinterest has so many faces. Why is it not? Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now this is these are. I saw this page the other day. Right, this page is really cool. It has a lot of people with different glasses and stuff of that nature. So we're gonna try. I think we're gonna try this face right here. This looks like a pretty cool face to try. All right. So you guys should be able to see that pretty well. All right. So we can go ahead and we can get started. Okay. If you have any questions or comments or whatever throughout the stream, just don't just go ahead and let me know. Just type it in or whatever, and then I'll go ahead and take care of you. Okay. From time to time, you'll see me stand up to look at the comments here on my TikTok because I can't see what TikTok is saying. I have to just kind of do like this a lot, and then see who's actually joined there. What's going on, guys, on TikTok? How are you today? What's up? All right. So let me see. When I'm drawing this picture here, that what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the overall feel of the dead space of the face first. Okay. So if you ever drawn with me before, you don't know what dead space is. Dead space is where you just look at the skin of the face, right? Forget about the hair, forget about the glasses, forget about all that stuff, and see through the muddy water and spot the fish, right? The fish. Right? All right. So I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start with my forehead shape. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go forehead 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna do like that, and then I'm gonna stop it right there. So I try to separate my face into sections. So this would be my forehead shape. Now for my forehead shape, I'm gonna go to the sides of the face. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this simple for this exercise. We're gonna just go like this. We're gonna go 1, final answer, and we'll just kind of draw a dot there. Final answer. Now where I'm at is I'm down here on the face. I'm right where your jaw hinges at, right down here, right? Well, right down here, this little bone, if you put your hands right here, your chin is going to be beneath that bone. So that's where we're at. If you're thinking about it like a skeleton, I'm down here on the bottom of my face, okay? All right, so I'm going to I'm going to go from the bottom of my face into my 1, 2, 3 sided figure. So really my figure only has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then I just taper them. So basically I'm looking at an octagon here, but it's just elongated so it doesn't look like I just drew this. You get what I'm saying? So I added hair into the shape to make it look like this, and then I just kind of changed the angles of the side. So these little dots, I think of them like movement points for my shape, if you will. Okay. Once we have that, then what we'll do is we'll just draw our little neck shape here. Okay. All right. Pretty cool, right? All right. Now, once we get to that point, let's go ahead and we're going to add we can add hair here. You know what I mean? So this is what we're going to do. I always pretend like this part right here is flat. So if I just draw a dotted line across here so you can see my octagon shape. You see this is the side, top, side, right? So when I draw the hair, it makes it easier for me to see it because now I'm basically taking pieces of the hair, right? So watch this. I'm going to go one piece of the hair. This is the top, right? And then this is another piece of the hair. 1, 2, right? Now, here goes another piece of the hair here. So we'll go from here and we'll go down. And then we'll just do like this and connect back to that dot. See that dot? And then we'll go over here and we'll come around and we'll connect back to that dot. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do here is we're not going to do all the little hairs. We want the basic shapes down first. So you got to keep your shapes real basic for you to be able to see this. Now, let's do. I'll tell you what we're going to do because of the way that the ears kind of sit behind the glasses. Those glasses are pretty big. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward right to the front to the features. Okay, so the features are going to be starting from the eyebrow. So I'm going to use some real basic shapes here. This is nothing hard about this. All right. I'm going to use two what the heck is the name of these things? Let me pull them up again. I can't remember. I think it's called a. Hold on, let me see. Where did I put those pictures? Here we go. So we can see our shapes here. So these shapes, I just brought them up on the screen here. We're going to be using a trapezoid. Okay. Watch this. So I'm going to use a trapezoid to get the general direction of the eyebrow. You see? And then all I have to do now, because I understand what I'm drawing based off of this shape here, right? Then everything else becomes simple. All I got to do is do this on the outside and make it bushy or whatever, okay? Now, I'm going to go to my nose shape, which I'm looking at the feel of his nose. And you know what the feel I get for this nose is it's kind of let me see. I think it's let me look at my shapes over here. This is the shape that I'm thinking about right here. This is a pentagon right here. Okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top part of this pentagon, if you look at my cursor on the screen, okay? And I'm going to turn it upside down. So watch what I do. Here we go. And I'm going to use the tip of it like this. And I'm going to blunt off the tip of it like this. So it's like a softer object. You get what I'm saying? I'm making it instead of doing here, let me get my pad out here. Okay, instead of doing this, watch. Okay, this is the shape. I'm going to turn the shape this way. Okay, and then I'm going to use this part of the shape. And then I'm going to make it softer so it doesn't have this hard turn. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If I keep going, it's going to look like this. Same shape, just softer edges. Does that make sense? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Now, from there, I'll just put some little curves like this on the side. Right? And then look, now in the middle of his nose, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what I call a bowling pin shape. So I'm going to go from the corner of my trapezoid. I'm going to go down and then I'm going to rotate around like a little hook, right? And it looks like a bowling pin if I go all the way around, or you could just say it's a question mark that's upside down, right? So you just drew an upside down question mark, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our mouth shape. So mouth shape, what am I thinking about here? I'm thinking definitely this shape here. This is the hexagon, okay? So this is that shape again here. Okay, let's just do it here so we don't mess up a lot of paper. Okay, so we have a hexagon, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the hexagon in half. And I'm kind of going to just do like this to it. You get what I mean? Okay, but it's not going to be as big, but you can understand what I'm about to do, okay? All right. Hey, you guys, don't. My son is losing it right now. I have a 1-year-old, so if you hear a lot of screaming in the background, it's because, well, I don't have a firm control of the situation. And yeah, we scream a lot around here. Yeah. Let's see what's going on TikTok over here. Hold on. All right, what's going on TikTok family? What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? All right. Hey, what's going on? I'm saying hello. Okay. All right. So let's go to our mouth shape. So here we go. We're gonna this that line in the middle of this shape here. I'm gonna kind of curve it a little bit to give my character a smile. But I'm not going to change the outside shapes. Okay, I'm just going to make them smaller, right? And I might toy with it. I might like bend it up here, right? So what I'll do is I'll just take that shape and then I just put it on top of it. Watch. Same shape, right? But I just bent it. I just like a hanger, right? And then on the bottom, I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing here, but I'm gonna do it like this, okay? And then I give him a little smile. Okay. All right. Now let's go to our eyeglasses. So we're gonna go. I usually start with this little piece here in the middle. Okay. And then I'm gonna draw. I think I'm going to use for these glasses right here. I'm going to use this. They're giving me this vibe here for some reason. This pentagon vibe, but the bottom of the pentagon. So what I'm going to do first is I wanted to establish these are pretty much brow line glasses. So that means that the glasses are going to let's go down and draw the bottom of our pentagon first. Okay. And then we're going to draw the other side of it. Okay. And then on the top, what we're going to do is we're going to, from this line here, we're going to draw our brow line glasses. So we're going to kind of curve up. We're going to travel kind of parallel to the brow line. And then we're just going to come down, right? And then because his brows tilt a little bit, the glasses tilt a little bit with his brow line, right? Okay. And then we have our little ear shape here. Looks like he got some kind of earbuds on, maybe. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go draw some ears over here real quick. So we'll just draw two little semicircles here. Right? And then he has like an earring over here or something. So we'll just draw like that. All right. Now, let's define the chin with this little line here, and a little line here, and a little line here. Okay? All right, now let's go to our eye shape. So for the eye shape, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use I'm going to use for his eye, I'm thinking of a right triangle, which they don't actually have one of those on here, but that's the shape that I'm thinking I'm going to use. All right. But the cool thing about this, I'm going to start at the base of the right triangle. So this is, if you don't know what a right triangle is, it looks like that. Okay. But I'm going to use the base of it first. Okay. And I'm going to determine how much distance in between my nose and that. Okay. Plus I want to add a little bit of animation to it. So I might move them a little bit closer into each other and make them a little bit smaller in comparison to the nose, because I think his nose shape's pretty big. So I'm going to do like this. Watch. And then 2. This is the base of the right triangle, giving me my points between the nose and the eye shape. Okay. Then what I do is I'll add, look, the eyeball, whatever shape it is. See, I'm building the eyes from the bottom up, right? And then look, I got see how he's looking down now? Everything can be controlled. And then from there, watch, I do this side, and then I do the front of my shape. Okay? And then I add this little shape over the top. Okay? Now, let's see here. From there, let me add this little clep right here in his lip. We pretty much just darkening the eyebrows. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Okay. And then we'll add some expression lines or whatever we need, right? And we'll start detailing the drawing out. So we'll add like the little hairs here, right? And then we got some little hairs out here, right? And then we got some little hairs sticking out over here, right? All right, and he has like a little bit of a mustache here. So you got like 2 or 3 strands on each side, which kind of look funny, right? And let me see here. If we want to add a little bit of nostril, we can right here as well, right? And then we'll draw a shoulder shape. All right, so and he has a little bit of a dimple here and here going into that cheekbone. Okay. All right. So from here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to add some shadows. Okay. So we're pretty much done with the line work. Okay. All right. What's going on there? What's going on TikTok, guys? I can't see your all of your awesome guys. All right, let's do this little shadow job here. Okay, we're just gonna shadow it in. Right. So this is again how you want to practice when I'm drawing live, because I practice so slow and I make it a point to want to draw what it is that I'm seeing. I want to know what shape it is exactly I'm drawing, because that's one of the biggest hurdles to doing this type of art, is that you don't understand what you want to draw. So because it looks there's a lot of muddiness. Like if you look at this hair, right, you'll see all these little hair strands and all this stuff. And so what I do is I just chop all that mess off. I don't care about none of that. I want the raw basic shape, and that's why using these building blocks underneath your shapes are going to really improve your caricature drawing, because you understand what it is that you want to draw before you start moving your pencil. All right. Now, and it works for anything you want to draw. If you like to draw horses, if you're a portrait artist, this is going to really help your portraits. You get what I mean? Because I started off as a portrait artist. That's what I used to do before I did this. And so I had to convert over. And now if I probably go back and draw a portrait, it'll be 10 times better, because even then I didn't have an understanding of these principles. I started out drawing them just straight freehand. But my proportions would be off. I would get the likeness because I guess maybe I had a gift to see that kind of stuff, but I didn't. My proportions are a lot off when I go back and look at some of my old work, and I was like, man, did I draw that? Right? Yeah. So that's kind of what you have to do. So practice like this when you are at home, and then what I'll do today is I'm going to show you how it translates when you get to work, right? We're going to take the same picture, and I'll show you by having a command of your shapes how it's going to really help your confidence when you draw live. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead here and just add this shadow here, a little shadow on the eyes, right? Okay. And this is a simple caricature. Okay. Simple caricature. Not a lot going on here. Nothing to see here. Okay. All right, and then we can come back with our. I think I got this crayon here, right? And I just can color in my pieces of my hair. Watch. See, now I can see where everything goes. It doesn't matter about the lines in between the hair and all that right there. It doesn't really matter. You know, just do something like this here, right? And look at that. You got instant recognizability, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and draw some reflections in the glasses. All right, now let me put this aside, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this same drawing, we're going to put this over here, like kind of up in the front here. You don't need to see it as long as now I'm going to show you how it translates. Okay. So once I understand what I want to draw, watch how easily the drawing flows. Watch, okay? With these points, you got to be thinking of the nodes. Watch. So once I start drawing, everything is easier now. I can do more stuff because I understand my drawing. What do I want to accomplish here? Okay? I'm just doing the semicircles right here. It's no big deal to me. Right? And I'm letting go. It seems like I'm doing something super amazing, right? But I'm not. Right? I just understand what I want to do. Okay? I see the shapes in my head. And then you got these shapes out here. You got these shapes up here. Right? You can kind of let go a little bit. Watch. The same shape, I just add a little funkiness to it. You get what I'm saying? And then I come over here, right? And I might hit my same shape. Right? I might add my nostrils in. Okay? I might put my little question mark, but I just, you know what I mean? And then I might move my lip to the side like this a little bit. It doesn't matter. I know what I want to do. Okay? This is like he's doing a little bit of a smirk, right? Right? And then I just put my, watch, come in here. And I got this, watch. Okay? All right? And then I got this. Okay, and then I got this. All right? And then I got that. And I come over here. And I know what it is I want to draw. Anyway, okay. Kind of messed up right there, but that's all right. I should have drew the glasses first, but I got ahead of myself. Okay? And then you just color things in. Okay? Put his little necklace there, right? Shoulders, right? Chin. Okay? And pretty much the drawing is done. Hold on, let me get some music here going on. Okay? So let me bring back my original picture for you. Okay? Now watch the translation from here to here. Practice like this. Clear picture. Now if I want to exaggerate something, I'm using the same shape all over it. So let's just say I want to go with a head that was, I want to go with a longer jaw. I want to do something like this. Watch this. Watch. 1, 2, 3, right? Pivot point, right? Then I go like this. Now watch this. I want to make his face. I want to make his nose longer. Ooh, and then I want to make his chin very long. Okay, let's just say I want to do that. Okay, I know that I'm doing this here, and I'm coming down here. So now I'm just elongating the shape now at this point. Okay, if I want to draw this same nose, this same idea, I know up here, it doesn't matter. This is all static. So it's not going to move up here, right? But I might say I want to draw this nose shape a little bit longer, right? Or whatever, okay? Or I might want to draw it wider or bigger or whatever, okay? I might come down here and do something like this. Okay, this might be him with a bigger nose shape. Same idea, right? This gives you greater power to exaggerate things. Okay, this right here might be, let's say I want to make this drop a little bit bigger and I want to make his lips a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm still using the same shape, right? Now you see, now I'm going to do my eyes right here, right? And then I'll do like this here. Okay, right? Okay, you see what I'm saying? And then everything up here kind of gets smaller. You see? So any one of these can be the same person, but because I understand this, it gets easier for me. Okay? All right, hold on one second, guys. Give me a minute. Let me look at TikTok real quick. Okay. What's going on, guys? On TikTok? All right. Also, guys, don't forget if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream, from the art lessons that I'm giving you today, you can tip us at $, Browser World. You're already on Rouser World, so you can't misspell that. And when you go there, you'll see I'm Harry. And if you want a tip, this is what I do for full-time employment. You certainly can understand that, right? Put it in a language you can understand, right? And so those are where you can do tips at. If you're on TikTok, that's why I put that out there for you. But if you're on YouTube, you can also use TikTok. You can also use Cash App, but we can also do the super stickers and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's go to our next model here. Hopefully, what we did was understandable. And also, just something worthy of note mention. There's not that many head shapes in the world. You get what I'm saying? So this scenario that I took you through, you have to learn how to spot scenarios. All right, I've seen this face shape before, right? Let's look at let's go over here. Wait, this guy's definitely, let me see here. All right, so we got some faces down here. Oh, look. I like that face right there. Let's try this face. Wait, can I do that? Do I need to, or do I need to let me see here. I may have to make it bigger first and then download it from here. And then open it here. Okay. Now, and there you go, guys. $, Browser World at Cash App. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Let's go and do this. Now, what face shape are we looking at here? Okay. Again, I take out all the noise, all these bends in the face and all that. You don't need to know all that. Okay. That doesn't, if you don't draw those bends, it's not going to make the person not look like them. You get what I'm saying? What you are doing when you're doing a caricature is you're ultimately simplifying the face down to its lowest terms. Now, I feel like she has a lot of face, a lot of face, right? You get what I mean? So what I want to do is I'm going to go to a shape that's going to allow me to draw a lot of face, right? But I also want angles in her face because I don't want her to look like a circle. I don't want her to look like an oval either. Even though I could use those shapes, they're not easy to caricature from you because your mind, it doesn't have any, a circle doesn't have any it's just it doesn't have anything to stand on, you know what I mean? But sided shapes give you something to stand on. Squares, trapezoids, rectangles, these type of shapes. Okay, so I'm gonna go with I'm seeing a little bit of, you know what I'm seeing here? I could use a pentagon or I could use the hexagon. I'm going to use a hexagon, and the reason I'm going to use this hexagon is because it's going to give me the ability to go a little bit wider in the forehead area before I go to the chin. So let's go ahead and do it robotically like we did the first picture so that we can work our way through and you can see what I'm looking at here, okay? So first things first, I'm going to look at about where her hairline is to her chin. That's what I'm looking at. From here down. Okay, so watch this. I'm just going to draw the shape as a robot. 1, 2, 3. Forehead shape. Okay. 1, 2. Length of my face. 1, 2, 3. Base of my face. So I actually used an octagon, excuse me. Okay? Because these two shapes right here can give me width or faces that have a lot of volume to them. You know, big face, right? So now watch this. Once we get there, okay, all we're doing now is just, we know that this is our forehead shape coming across here, right? So that means that all this hair that you see here is literally, let's just do it like this. Let's put all this hair is literally doing like this into the forehead and around the eyes. Does that make sense? I think it does, right? Okay. Her eyebrows are up here. So what shape can I use for those eyebrows? Well, you can use, for these eyes, what I would do is I would go ahead and I would use my trapezoid again. All right. And I'm going to establish the dominant angle of the eye first with the trapezoid. The other stuff on the end can be added once you put that shape there. You get what I mean? Now from here, I'm gonna go to my nose shape. So what nose? She has a big. See how full her nose looks. So what did I tell you? When you have full shapes, there's only certain shapes you can use that'll give your mind that the indication of where to go. So what I would do here is I would use my trapezoid again, but I would smooth it out at the top and bring it down. See how it fits in the face just like that nose does? And then from there, all I have to do is just add my bottom half like this. This is the simple raw shape that I'm drawing right here, okay? And then her nose is gonna, then all this is gonna kind of connect from here to here, all right? Then there's a drop, right? This little drop right here. It's actually a little longer. And then it's a shape right here, our hexagon. Only thing I did was this is the line in between it, and then this is the top of it. And we're not going to even draw the curves in the lips. We don't need them yet. We'll do that on the next part. We want to get the raw drawing shape, okay? And then now we're going to draw our eye shape. So we want to figure out where the base of our eye is. Okay, so if this is the base of my eye, if I want to put a little bit of curviness in there, I'll just do like this. And I'll do it like she's kind of sleeping, right? First. And then I'll do from there, watch this. Now I'll put my eyeball where I want it in relation to the sleepiness. And then I come from the top and I go around, and you can see this is what I want. This is the little circle of light in her eye. And this is her eyeballs. You see? So you see your likenesses are going to be a lot more on, right? Now, we just put, all we're doing now, we'll add our ears, right? Because the ears always connect to the eye line. Okay? And because we can't, this is a 3/4 view, we'll just say it's a 3/4 view. We can cheat. Let's add a earring here and an earring here. Now let's add some glasses here. So her glasses are brow line glasses, meaning that they're way up here. And they're actually going over the top of the eyebrow. So I'm going to draw some circles here. And then I'm going to come up here and draw a little circle like this, right? Okay. And then I'll just double it up. Okay. And I'll add some little eyelashes here. Just keep it simple. This is not, we're not doing fancy drawings right now. Okay? All right. Let me see here. Hold on a sec, guys. Okay. All right. And then, now that we have our shape there, we can go ahead and put our neck here. Okay? And then we can put our little shirt here. If you look at it, it's really just a cylinder protruding out of a triangle. So this is the cylinder, right? And this is the triangle. See the cylinder coming out of a triangle, right? And then that triangle is attached to a semicircle like this. You see the semicircle? Look at it. Okay, triangle, and so the semicircle came first. The neck, the tube is in the middle, right? And then you have your triangle. Okay, so you have to think about this with basic shapes. It's going to help you. All right, now from there we'll go to our hair. Okay, so all we're going to do now is we're going to add the pieces. So let's go with these pieces. Watch how easier it becomes. Now we're going to do it like a 3/4 view. So one. See how I can sit this shape on the head to use the head to help me to section the hair off, right? And then now I'm going to go to this shape here, okay? And I'm going to go down just below the cheekbone. I'm going to wrap behind it, and I'm going to, in my mind, be coming back to this point here. And then from here, you can see that she has her little hairs coming out from here. And then over here, right, what do we have? We have two shapes. So we got one shape coming from here, right? And it's actually stopping before it gets to the point down here, because this is like widest point of her face. So I'm giving you with the shape, all the angles and the illusion of her face, okay? It's just an illusion. It's not really her. It's just a cartoon of her. You get what I mean? So these are the things that make you look like you. These simple, basic shapes. If I don't add nothing else to the drawing, right, I could get away with giving her this picture and saying, hey, that's just you. And she'll be like, oh, that's a kid. Right? I don't know that she talks like that, but I'm just saying, hey, Cherish, what's going on? I was just thinking about you. I didn't know. I was like, well, I guess Cherish dropped me off at the train station with my bags. Hold on a second. Let me look over here. All right. Let me see here. What's going on over here on TikTok, man? Let me see. Invite Google to join. I don't know what that means. How do you invite people to join you as a guest? What does that mean? I gotta get me a crash course on TikTok. You know, like, oh, okay. I guess you just put them in there and you invite them and join as a guest. Oh, okay. Well, maybe on the next one when I do one particular. All right. So pretty much, here's our collarbones, right? We got our picture down to a science, right? It's a science. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take what we've learned and we're going to translate it into a cartoon, okay? All right, basic shapes. All right. So let's go over here and put this over here. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so watch this. Here we go. Here we go. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Watch. 6. And then I'm thinking here is 7. And then I'm going here to 8. And then I'm going to add my next shape, right? Okay. And then I'm going to do this. Watch. Then I'm going to add my ear shape because I know where, right? And I'm going to put my earrings, right? Then I already know where my eyes are going to go, right? So I could do this shape here. I can go, watch. Okay. Then I come here, watch. Okay. And then I do like this. And then I could add the curves in the lips because I know what I want to do now. Then I add my glasses. Okay, then I add my eyes. I'm going to make them smaller, but I know what I want to do now. I'm going to make them smaller and more spaced apart, okay? So I make her look like she's sleeping. Right? If you have eyes where you want to curve the bottom of the eye, make it look like I'm oh wow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to keep you in prayer. What we'll talk about that in the class. We have class this week. Hopefully I could get to talk to you, Cherish. Man, that's okay. I didn't know that you needed. Okay. All right, then let me see here. Now we'll do like this, and then watch. Now we'll do like this. Okay, then we got our eyeball in the middle. We just kind of cut. She has very dark colored eyes, so you got to color them in like this. Then you come back over here, watch. Boom, right? And you can see this part here and this part here. You come around, right? And then add the eyelashes. Okay. Also, guys, I do offer live one-on-one classes. So if you want to take a class with me, I will teach you. I will show you the way. Here, you can take my class. Go ahead and sign up for my caricature class, rouserworld.com/classes. Okay, check it out. All right, and then from here, all I'm going to do is this. Here we go. I'm thinking of the shapes that I want, right? Okay. Okay. Now, right? And, okay. See? See? So I got a lot of wideness in the face, right? Real quick, because I know what shape I want to use. This one right here, I think it looks good. Only thing I felt like was here when I got here. I didn't put enough spacing in between the eyes, which you can see that made a huge difference in the drawing right there. You know what I mean? So wrong eye placement, right idea. She looked like Bernadette up in here. She looked like Bernadette right there too. That's what she looked like. Her name probably is Bernadette. She looked like a Bernadette. What do Bernadettes look like? I got any Bernadettes online right now? Anybody? What you look like? I don't know. All right, let me see. So that's how that one works right there. And then you just kind of, oh, I forgot to do this here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So that is model number dos, right? Number 2. All right. Let's look over here, see what we got going on over here. Oh, okay. Our classes right now, we're doing on TikTok. I see you have a question about the classes, how the classes work. We're doing a bundle now, so you can, if you order your class now, I'm doing 3 classes instead of charging I generally charge $45 a class. Okay, and that's going to be for like a 35-minute session. But what we're doing is a class bundle right now. So we're doing this for a couple of months, where it's going to be 3 classes. If you book all 3, you can do it for $100. Okay, and then I'll do 3 classes with you. You can ask anything you want. I can show you, break it down for you. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever you want. We can play video games. You know what I mean? All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Okay, anyway. I'm having to entertain. This is like, can you imagine it's like I'm talking to 2 people, right? All right, so let's add a little bit of shadow into this drawing right here, and then we're going to move around to our next picture here. What great practice this is this morning. Great practice. It's awesome, you know, to learn something new every day, right? Look at that. And we add those shadows in there, right? See? I was just doing something. And then we'll just do the hair real quick. Watch. Okay. So watch. I'm using a crayon here. So I'm just doing a little. See, this is an impression of this. I'm not drawing that. I'm drawing an impression of it. You know what I'm saying? So here. Watch. Look at my shapes. I'm just coloring my shapes in. Right there. Right? And there it is. Bernadette. Now. Okay, you see. Some more lashes. Yeah, more lashes. She needed more lashes. Okay. All right. So we got one more I think we're going to be doing here. We did the first one. We went through it. Second one here. Don't forget, guys, tips are appreciated if you are benefiting from what I'm showing you today. Brother got to eat too. But yeah, it will go toward our ministry, man. Thank you so much. This is Rouse the World is an artist ministry. So our mission, what we do at Rouse the World, is we provide spiritual advice. We also encourage and support and do things with community to help to get people out of dark places. Art is something that transcends. Oh man, it's just it's. I know for me, when I was a kid, I used to use art a lot to help me. It was the only thing I could hyper focus on. You know what I mean? I had a lot of stuff going on outside of in my life as a kid, and so something about a pen and the paper and the drawing pad, or even if I just had a wall to draw on, I just loved to draw. And then I started, as I began to become more spiritually awakened, I started seeing, all of these connections between it and in scriptures and things of that nature. And so it was now that art started teaching me stuff like about my life or how to live. And it wasn't just about drawing to me at that point. You get what I mean? So, but that's what we do. We're not here to take advantage or anything like that of anyone. We're just here to help you. I know some of you guys can't afford an art class or whatever, so I try to share some videos so that you guys can learn from those. And then obviously I can't do it for free all the time. You get what I'm saying? So I have to take care of a family. I'm 52. I got 3 kids, 3 small kids. I got 3 small kids. I'm still I'm gonna be raising kids and I'm 70 years old. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So if you guys want a tip, there you go. Cash App, $Arousal World. Thank you. I won't drag that out anymore for you. All right, here we go. Let's go to our next. Now, I saw someone here say that they had a problem. Let me see. Jason said having a difficult time drawing kids, especially my own, always end up looking older. They're 3 and 2. Okay, now I can almost guarantee you. Do you have a picture that you've drawn already, Jason? Maybe you can send it to me, share it with me on my share it to my Facebook. I'd like to see what you drew. This way I could answer your question a little bit more. But I can almost guarantee you did the same thing that every caricature artist that I've ever seen that has an issue with drawing kids. They always make them look too old, right? Yeah, they always make them look too old. So this is what I'll tell you what we'll do. I don't normally do, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this for you today. All right, let me see here. I'm not gonna mess with this. I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm gonna go to. Let me see here. I'm gonna look up some. Let's look up children's faces. No, I said children's faces. Why this is Adrian's face? All right, so we got some kids here. We got a little monitor. We got a little what they call it, collage right here, so we can use that since it's already here. Wow, that looks a little blurry though. I can't use that one. That's too blurry. I may have to just use this picture here. All right. So let's just say this is a young dude. Okay. Now the first thing is that the rule of thumb. Right on, D-Rock. Yes. Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to use the same concept that I just used, okay? The only thing is let me show you this. First of all, let me put this image in your mind, okay? Let's just say with children, what makes them look, if we have a shape, just whatever the shape is, with children, what makes them look like kids is all in the ears. What? Yeah, yes, it's in the ears, okay? Because they just don't listen. No. Okay, but anyway, no. And seriously, with all seriousness, all right, what it generally means is that as a child gets older, okay, their ears go up the shape, okay? So when you're a baby, your ears kind of sit down here, and then you have like a little chin here. And then as you get older, okay, your ears start to move up your head, okay? So if I do like this, you start looking like this. Let me see. And then you have down here, your eyes are right here, right? Okay, so we can see here, well, I don't know if I could cover that up, but as you get older, just your ears move up. Your eye line moves up because you get a bigger jawline, okay? So if you give a child look at how small his jawline is. So if I'm drawing him, I'm looking at, okay, how many sides, what kind of shape do I want to use here? I want to use a shape that's not going to give me too many curves in the face. So I'm going to go one, two. I'm still going to use a octagon, okay? So this is what I'm going to do here. Watch, okay? Let me turn it over. Okay. So here we go. Watch. One, right? Two, little chin. Three. Okay? So we got three sides. I'm just going to put some little nodes here so you can see how many sides we have. Okay? Now this is my eye line. Means my ears have to connect here. Okay? I have to be thinking what makes a kid look like a kid. A little bit of jawline. That's the whole thing. So I want to be very careful about the space I put here versus the space that I put up here, where I'm going to have, I might even go with a four-sided figure here, like a block, because his head looks blocky up top. So I might go one, okay? And then I might come in here, two. And then all you can see, this is the whole top of the head, but the hair is kind of covering it up. So what you're seeing is hair going in here and doing all this, right? This is what you're looking at. You get what I mean? But underneath the shape, what are we looking at? We're looking at you know what? That looks like a bullet, maybe, right? I have actually a bullet technique, but I'm not going to go there with you right now. But this is the first thing, is getting the head shape right. Now, once you got that right, we know that this is our eye line, so we can see that there's quite a bit of dead space here. So I might use a little. You want to use as least lines as possible. Okay, one, two, right? And then we know this is the eye line, so we can go to the nose. So I'm gonna go to the nose because I know my nose is gonna kind of line up about right here. Okay, so I might make a small shape. This is a very rounded shape. So I might be thinking maybe like an igloo or something, like an igloo with two little doors on it, right? Because it doesn't matter as long as the nose is small. And then you have this line right here is usually going to be where your mouth shape goes, right here. Okay? Then you're going to connect this line, right? And then you have these shapes here. So we're looking at the space between here and his eyeball. So it's not that little. So we're going to go about here. He has kind of small eyes, not too big, right? So I might do the bottom of the eye, because he's sleeping, right? He's got his eyes closed. And then I'm going to do the eyeball itself because I have big eyes. So watch how I do that. I build it from the bottom up. Okay, this will be your eyeballs, right? Right? And then you come back and you go 1, 2, 1, 2, right? See? Now you got your neck shape. Okay? Notice how I have a little bit of chin and all of my features are sitting very low on the face. So if you're having problems drawing kids, it's probably because you're not understanding that. I don't know if we can look at maybe we can bring up let me see, children's skull. Wait, let's go children or baby skull. Let's make a cartoon. You can just put cartoon behind it. Okay. So let's look at images here to see what they got. All right. This is an excellent example of what I'm talking about. You see the jawline of a child? See how little this little jawline is right here? Okay? So you have to be aware of that when you're drawing the picture. You literally need to use this. I mean, you could watch, look at this. This is his eyes, and then you can see the nose is really close to the eye shape, right? And then the mouth shape is like an extension, because this is where the eyes are. This is the base of the eye, and then you have your cheeks kind of doing like this, and they're going from one space to the other. You see what I'm saying? So it's like these two little pieces here, and then you have this small little chin that's usually not far away from that. You know what I'm saying? And then the shape is kind of coming around from the eye line. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, so I hope that that answered your question for you. I was just trying to help you out there. Okay. Again, tips are appreciated. Thank you. Right. Yeah, man. All right. Let me see here on TikTok what's going on. Oh no. I think my freaking phone died. Man, I gotta start charging. Let me see. Okay. So I'm gonna let it charge real quick. Hold on, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let my phone charge, so I just went blank on TikTok. God, dog. All right. Anyway. All right. So let me see here. I will make sure that I freaking charge my phone tomorrow. All right. Let me see here. All right. So let's pick our next face here. All right. I guess we'll go back here to where we at, Pinterest. All right. Let's see what kind of shapes, what kind of heads we can go with over here. Hmm. All right. We'll go with I don't know. His face looks kind of fun. Looks like he's smiling a lot. I don't even know what that is. Is that a? It just looks like a good face to draw. I don't know. Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna try this face here. All right. So what am I seeing here? I would think. I think what I'm gonna do here. Um, I'm gonna use a oval shape here at the bottom. I could use an oval shape if I want to go really ovally. Let me see here. All right. So I'm gonna go about right here to this oval shape, and I think I'm gonna use that. Let me see. No, you know what I'm gonna do with this one? I'm gonna start from the inside out. So I'm gonna go here with my two shapes again, and then I'm gonna go down here with my nose shape. He doesn't have a real big nose, but I always add a little bit of volume to it. It's a little bit of roundness, right? And then I'm gonna draw my mouth shape here. So I'm gonna do something like this. This is gonna be the top of it right here, and then this will be like his mouth drop down, right? Into that, that's a hexagon shape, by the way. Then our bottom shape here, and then we can see that we have a mustache shape right here. Okay. And then we got our glasses. Okay. And then we got our teeth here. Again, teeth are just basic shapes. And then you have this shape here. You got your round, right? And then you got a shape coming like this on the side, right? So it makes it look like he has like, you know, his teeth look dimensional, okay? And we just put a little bit of his gum line in here. And add our tongue shape here. It's like a little M shape, right? Okay, and then actually I could have just went with the one in the front. That probably would have been better, but I don't know. Can I get away with that now? I don't know. Let me see. Can I should have went like something like that. But anyway, all right. Let's do the eye shape. So I can see here his eyes are kind of tilt. So I'm gonna do something like this here. I'm gonna kind of fold him in a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do this eye shape like this. Okay, and then I'll add my eyeball in here like that. Then I'll add the top of the eyeball. And then we'll add this shape here. All right. Let's see here. Now we're going to go to our jawline shape. I might even make this a little bit smaller. Right? Because it's a cartoon. I don't have to. I can make the chin just kind of barely come out right here. Right? Because I opened up the mouth a little bit more. And then I add my side shapes here. Okay. All of this right here is the chin shape. Okay. All right, guys. So this is going to be our last drawing of the day. I'm going to do my word of the day here. And then we're going to go ahead and let you guys get out of here. Because I gotta go to work today. I gotta go draw a couple of places, try to hustle up on something, man. You know? Yeah, being a caricature artist, every day is a different day, you know. But you just gotta go out there. Then on the top of this shape here, I'm gonna foreshorten it because I widen this shape here, so I'm gonna make my top shape a little shorter to keep everything in proportion. So go one, and then I'm gonna go here. You know what? I'm gonna do like this. One, wait, 1, 2, 3. So that's where I want it right there. So then I'll just do like this here. And he has like little curls, something like that, right? Okay. See, so sometimes when you're drawing, you might be looking at all these little hairs and stuff. Just draw a straight line through that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna make you look different. Right? What makes you look different is if you shave your eyebrows off. Go shave your eyebrows off and you'll see what I'm talking about. Right? Right. Nobody will know who you are, right? Or what you're feeling for that matter. The only way people can give emotions is with their eyebrows, I think. Can you tell if you're mad if you don't have no eyebrows? I don't know. Is there a thing about that? All right. Okay. All right. So, I am done with this drawing. Right? Came out great. One day we'll get together and we'll practice on our hands and stuff too, because I know y'all probably want to understand how that works. And it's all really the same idea, to be honest with you. With me, I've started to see this connection between like all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Just drawing, and it's crazy, man. You know, I've been drawing my whole life, and it's you would think at some point you'd know everything there is to know about it, but you just don't. You're always going to be trying to find a more efficient way to do things when you are doing character, when you're drawing, or when you're doing whatever thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you practice with your basic shapes again. Make sure you have a firm command on what the basic idea is of what it is you're drawing before you take off and trying to be somebody else. Like you see an artist and you be like, I want to do that. Well, You got to first crawl before you can walk. And crawling is drawing things with a lot of shapes. So sit around at home and break out those shapes and just draw them. And I'm telling you, just practicing shapes alone is going to make your drawing look better. Our biggest mistake is trying to compare our artwork to somebody else's. Okay, you're not that other artist. You will never be that other artist that you want to be like. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to turn you into me. I'm just giving you principles and concepts that will help you get better. But once you understand this, how you exaggerate the face, that's completely up to you. That's, potato, tomato, right? Okay, so it is what it is. So anyway, I think I'm done here with the drawing section of my stream. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and get out my materials for the word of the day, and then after that, we will turn you guys over to the rest of your day, right? So that you can. I know you guys got things to do, right? Y'all got things to do. Awesome. Okay. I just got hooked up on drawing these fingers real quick. This guy was studying from. He's a real good artist, man. And he was telling me, and when I started drawing the hands, I never really thought about it that way, the way that he was showing it, and I was just like, man, that's pretty crazy how this works by you looking for the first finger and the last finger and the other fingers, and then from there your brain kind of says, oh, that's what you're trying to do is this. You get what I'm saying? So you look for these two fingers here, and your brain kind of puts everything else together. I don't even know why I went there, but anyway, I just got like kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. All right. Anywho, I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a second. We'll get back into our word of the day. All right, guys. So let's make sure that my volume's on. You guys can hear me pretty good. All right, awesome. So again, guys, welcome back to the stream. My name is Harry. I'm a Christian artist. Um, I started drawing when I was a very young child. I was probably about maybe 4 or 5 years old or so when I started drawing. I'm currently 52, so that's a lot of years. And one thing that drawing has taught me, well, I think one of the paramount things it's taught me, is that everything's connected, right? Principles, situations change, they say, but principles remain the same. So whatever it is that you're doing, when you apply the word of truth to it, it's going to be successful. If you do not, you will not be successful at it. Now, what is success according to the world? It is having a bunch of stuff and doing a lot of extra things. But let me show you what I just now this whole lesson today, if you really just go back, everything that I preached about, and I'm never going to stop talking about this, was about basic shapes. What is a shape? A shape is a basic pattern for your brain, right? To operate on so that it can understand the world. Okay? So shapes and patterns are the same thing. That's how they measure your IQ, how fast you can recognize a pattern and repeat it. Okay? One thing, the great thing about shapes is that they're very uh they're very what's the word I'm looking for? They're very simple. That's what I like about shapes. They're very here. Let me get a piece of paper out here because I'm gonna draw a little something here. Okay, let me put this over here. Move this out the way because I don't need this. I wish everybody on TikTok could have got this too, but my phone died. Dang it. Okay, so they're very simple. For instance, a square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Okay? All through our drawing lessons today, I showed you that you need to make your brain see less, right? You need to make your brain see less so that you can do more. The Bible says, it has a scripture. It says, I will show you how to do less, how to do more by doing less. And I'm going to find that scripture for you because I know you want to know where it says that at. Okay, so hold on. I'm paraphrasing, but let me see. Let's go here. And that's a great thing about technology, right? Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Go here. And I will show you how to do more by doing less in the Bible. Okay, now let me go right here. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. The most prominent Bible verse that exemplifies the concept of doing more by doing less is in John 3:30, where John the Baptist says, "He must increase, but I must decrease." This essentially means that by humbling oneself and allowing God to take the lead, right, one can achieve greater things through a more focused and dedicated approach of serving God, rather than trying to do everything on their own. Well, the reason that people find drawing or very difficult at first, or think they feel like they can't learn, or they feel like they're not getting it fast enough, is because they're thinking too much. They're not thinking of a basic shape. They're not seeing beyond the little strands of hair and these little cheekbone structures that go out here and all that. They think that stuff makes them look like these things make the person look like them, when in actuality they have nothing to do with your physical appearance. They are adding more confusion to what is supposed to be a basic shape. Okay, so again, it says, he must increase, I must decrease. You must learn, we must learn that, and back to why I'm even bringing this up, is that we don't need as much. And this is what I say, what art really taught me. I don't need as many things in this life as I think that I need. I don't need as many things in this life as I think I need. In fact, the simpler my life is, I've learned over the years that the happier my life is. I'm a happier guy at 52 years old Raising 3 kids in a simple house. My wife is simple. Our bills are simple. We don't do credit cards. We don't do none of that. I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need a scat back. I don't need no a special kind of shoes. I don't need any of that stuff. It does not add to my life. Just as if when you add those features to your basic shape, if you those features that are unnecessary, you sit here and you focus on what's unnecessary so that now you can't draw what's actually necessary. Does that make sense? You're drawing what's unnecessary, right? So now you cannot draw what actually is necessary. That's what we're talking about today. Okay? So, where am I going with this? Today, this is what my a long time ago, my mother, when she introduced me, or when she would talk to me about the Bible, she talked to me about this book called Proverbs, right? And Proverbs, if you've never read that book before, it is a bunch of basic shapes of life. That's what Proverbs is. It's all the basic shapes, all the patterns of life. And stated so simply, like this, like the square, that you can't misinterpret it. There's no adding to it. If you add to it, then you can't focus on what it means. You get what I mean? Okay? So that's what we're going to do today. I want to give you something that you can start reading today. If you're not a Bible scholar, you might go to some books and stuff and you might not get what it's saying. But if you are new to Christ, or even if you are not new and you've been following Christ for a while, I encourage you to go and read the book of Proverbs so that you can right now begin to make or switch out those complicated ideas in your head for more simpler ones. This will teach you what you need, right, to be able to draw the picture of your life that you want. Because it's going to give you the direction to go in and how to build once you get there. Okay? What to draw. It's going to give you the mental image and then what to do when you're in a situation. So it covers, this is a book where situations happen. So I'm going to first off read this first part of the book. This is like a little it's like I believe the word is prologue, right, to what this book is going to be talking about. And then after that, I'm going to read to you just a few of the ones that have helped me in Proverbs that I began to apply right now or instantly in my life. And I saw change in me and therefore in my heart. And when change came in my heart, then obviously whatever you produce comes from your heart. That's what the Bible says, to guard your heart. For out of it flows the source of your life. Out of it flows everything that you do comes from the heart. If you're a person that curses a lot, you're a person that talks down on people a lot, you're a person that's jealous, you're a person that gossips a lot, you're a person that gets defeated quickly. These are conditions of the heart. You don't want to accept correction from anybody. That's a condition of the heart. And that's what this book is about. It's about the heart, your heart. Where is your heart? What's in there? How can we draw the picture of our life we want? Proverbs, the content. It says knowledge is good, but wisdom is even better. Knowledge is good, but wisdom is even better. You know what that means? I want to say this in the simplest way I can put it. And I tell my students this all the time. Even Cherish probably can remember I've said this. A lot of times in drawing, you're going to have to draw on the face what you do not see. You can't see it, but you know it's there. Because the face is the very nature of the face, because it's a dimensional object, okay, it's going to turn and you're going to be fooled. You're going to be thinking, I'm looking at something different. I'm looking at something different. I'm looking at something different. No, you're looking at the same shape, just being turned in different ways. Okay. It's not really changing. It's that you're relying on your knowledge, basically your degree in life. You got degrees. Some of us got a degree, like in whatever you got your degree in. Well, a lot of us go through life thinking that we know everything because we got a degree, but we don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Some of the smartest people in the world are don't know anything about life. They just know about their degree. They know, then they lean back on it and say, "I'm a scientist. I'm a man of knowledge. I'm a man of knowledge, right?" But wisdom is when you start talking about spiritual things, the unseen aspects of our life. There are things that happen in this world that are unseen. Like, for instance, if you think about bacterias, right? They can kill us, but we can't see them. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. What happened, me and my sister were talking about this yesterday. What happened, what you bind on earth will be loosed in heaven. What you bind in heaven will be loosed on earth. There's a spiritual, there's this world here, right? And this is where we're at. This is the physical world. And then think about it like a cloud. Guys know what a cloud is. Some of you know that as something you could upload something to, okay? But up in this cloud up here, right, is all of the information, all of the things that cause the physical stuff. So you download from here, and then all of a sudden it becomes physical, okay? So when you do something unseen happens in the cloud. A consequence. You can't see the consequence. That's why people don't think they're doing anything wrong all the time. Because I see this. If I don't see it, it ain't happening. Men are very bad at it. They don't like to go to the doctor. You know why? Because they don't want to get checked out, because as long as they don't know it and they don't see it, that means their body must be doing well. But my wife makes me go to the doctor because I got to get my checkup, get things done, right? So the same thing with this. We think because we can't see it, it ain't happening, right? We question God because we say, well, I can't see God. There must not be a God. You see how we think just like that? But that's foolishness to think that. I mean, just stop for a minute and think that. Just stop for a minute and consider that. That just because you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Okay? The word of God says you will come to know him not by human means, which is to see something first and then believe it. He says the only way you can come to me is through faith. And when you believe that I am, then I will show you. Then you will see me. You have to believe first from wisdom, right? Not from knowledge. They're two different things. Wisdom is untangible. Knowledge is a tangible thing. It's a book. It's your degree. It's what you studied. It's, when I'm drawing these pictures, there's a spiritual thing that goes into every drawing of mine. And that part I can't quantify for you. I can teach you basic concepts, but I cannot teach you how to see. You get what I'm saying? Because that is an unseen thing. It's a spirit. God gave you an individual spirit. And that's why you're going to create through your spirit. You have to allow your spirit to flow. You can't just be all technical and all books all the time. That's not the way you don't live life like that. You're going to live this very, what's the word? You're going to live this letter of the law life, right? And that is a boring life, and also it's a giant pain in the behind. And you're going to always feel like you're behind because you're going based off of your works or what you know instead of your faith life. You don't have a faith life. Everything is, you got to see it to believe it. So knowledge is good, but wisdom is even better. It says knowledge can help you pass tests and accomplish tasks. Yes. But wisdom will guide you through the most important decisions in life. Wisdom the thing that is not seen but known, right, is the most, help you make the most important decisions in your life. Okay? Should you be drawing, if you're working on one project, if you're drawing one picture, should you be drawing two pictures at once? No. Why? Because your brain doesn't work that way. It's one and then the other. But where else does that apply to? Maybe marriage. Am I supposed to be sleeping with somebody else when I got a wife? No. Right? Am I supposed to do anything? Am I supposed to text and drive? No, but people do it because you know what? It ain't happening. I can't see it. I can't see it, so it must not be real. That law is not real. I'm smarter than what these people are saying. I believe that I'm so intelligent that I can text and drive, but you can always tell one of these fools is out here doing that. You know why? Because they're swerving into your lane while they're trying to drive, or they're stuck at the stoplight because they texting. They gotta do it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what this is talking about. The most important decisions of your life. So I'm taking what I know about art, right? Of drawing two pictures, but I'm applying it to driving. I'm applying it to my marriage. I'm applying it to my finances. You get what I'm saying? The book of Proverbs was written by Solomon. Now, Solomon was the wisest man who ever lived. It contains hundreds of short, simple statements about how to live wisely and an assortment of longer passages that express wisdom with a bit more detail. Okay, so these inside of this one book, right, are the rules to how the spiritual world works. Remember, the spiritual world causes the physical thing to happen. There are no accidents in the world. You get what I'm saying? Everything has a consequence. So this book is showing you what to do here so that you can receive this here. If that makes sense. I'm hoping this makes sense to you guys. These proverbs, however, are more than just wise sayings or the sort we find in most cultures. They are not haphazard. They are not a haphazard, collection of common sense directives. That's not what this is. These proverbs expressively state, listen, fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge. Nothing that we've studied, I don't care from the smartest man that we call the smartest man on the planet to all the way down to the one that doesn't know much. I don't care what law you read, the law of gravity, the law of thermodynamics, time, space, energy, whatever you want to, whatever you know about. God is not bound by any of those laws. That has nothing to do. That is a law. That's something that was put here for me and you. That only exists to us. So God is telling the creator of all things that's outside of all of these things is the one that set up the causes and effects in the cloud of the universe of our existence. And whether we like it or not, it's just the way things work. So we can go around continuing to be physical people, relying on what we know and all, but as soon as we get in a jam, it's nothing more humbling than to get into a situation where you can't do anything about it. When that loved one is sick and they got that cancer diagnosis and you can't do nothing about it. When you lose your job, when you lose your house, right? When you lose a loved one, right? When you're going through depression and you don't know why you're depressed. Only thing you know is you feel like you almost, I thought about it when I was young. I thought I wanted to end it all. These decisions only come about because these children, these people that are adults that were once children, that once had parents, were not taught the word of God. They were not shown the word of God. They were not told that they were born with a purpose, and that purpose has nothing to do with you being happy every day. That everybody is going through what you're going through, but they think it's only them. You know why? Because they can't see everybody else going through what they're going through. Because everybody's thoughts are private. Everybody's life is private. So because you can't see it, you think it's only happening to you. There's your knowledge for you. So your knowledge tells you, well, since it's only happening to you and there's no way out, I might as well kill myself. That's what the enemy does. He wants you to believe what you're seeing. Live a life based off of your college degree. Because he already know that ain't going to get you too far. There's a spiritual aspect of things that flows every time you touch something. When you ever had somebody say a word to you, say something to you, and you feel your skin, you're like, man, that person was trying to hurt my feelings when they said that. They tried to say it like a joke, but you know they wasn't joking. You felt the words. They said the right words, but the spirit on the word. You don't know why. You can't see it. You don't know why you feel this. You just feel. You get what I'm saying? Because when they said that, they invoked something here. You get what I'm saying? And it caused a physical effect in you. The shiver, the way your body tensed up when they said that. Because there's a consequence to when you do something. Everything from your heart that flows out is a spirit attached to you. The energy coming from you is going to be felt by others around you. Now it says, fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge. Respect for God is the foundation for these wise sayings. It is respect for God's word. It is like no different than us respecting that if we touch electricity, we're going to if we touch it the wrong way, we get our hand blown off. Yeah, it can do some really cool things, electricity can. But if you touch it the wrong way, right? Water. You know what water, I heard it the other day, I've heard Bruce Lee say this, and I'm going to say it to you. He says, water teaches acceptance. Think about how beautiful water is, right? When you see a big body of water, you're like, whoa, this is ocean. People take cruises. They don't understand that the water is nice, but don't let the smooth taste fool you. If you cross water the wrong way, right, it'll kill you. This is how we need to think about God. We look at his words sometimes like suggestions. I could do this, or I might not. And then we wonder why our life is in the condition that it's in. Why we can't move forward and we seem to keep going backwards. Respect for God is the foundation of these wise sayings. They help the reader to distinguish between two paths, the way of the wise and the way of the fool. The fool is the one that relies on the college degree. They're all analytical. And their analytical mind tells them that if I can't see it, it ain't real. There's no cure for cancer. Yes, there is. There absolutely is a cure for cancer. Because you don't know what it is yet doesn't mean it's not cured. They deal with the most, these words deal with the most, with almost all the major areas of life. Listen, if you're having problems in these areas, listen to this. This book deals with all the major areas of life, including growing up. If you're a youngster here today and you're growing up, right? It talks about that. Parenting, if you're a parent. Social justice, right? There are things that we have in our communities and stuff. We have social justice issues going on right now. Wise speech, right? What to say, when to say it, how to say it. Just because you're right don't mean you should say it. Because you could be dead right. Work, marriage, sexuality, who you supposed to be sleeping with, who you ain't supposed to be sleeping with, what your gender is. All that stuff is covered here. Money. All these things are covered in Proverbs. It tells you how the devil comes at you, how he plays tricks on your mind and makes you feel like, man, I know what it feels like. I'm talking about me. I know. I'm talking about, like, for me, I know what it feels like to be want something so bad, or to be addicted to something so bad, and I don't know, like, which way to go about it. Or I know what it feels like to believe something about myself and start to, almost in my mind, find reasons why what I'm saying is true, even if it defies the word of God. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to say, you know what? Man, sometimes I might have, like, sometimes I have mood swings, right? But guess what? Everybody has mood swings. But when I put the word I in, and that's specific to me, I see other people that are happy. Sometimes I think, well, how the hell is everybody else so happy? Is it just me? Why do I feel it? And then, over time, I started to see that, through the word, that this happens to everybody. It's not just me that this is happening to. But I know what it feels like to self-defeat, right? That's what the enemy does. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy, which means that if he can get you to put the gun to your own head, because that's how he's going to do it. He don't have the power to put the gun to your head. Only you have that power. But if he can, all he has to do is get to your mind, right? They say the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. No, it's not. Because I am a man, and I have never been faithful to not one woman other than my wife. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I was young, I was totally out there. But this woman got in my mind. She took me to church. She prayed with me. She encouraged me in the things of God. Then she brought me around her family that was encouraging me and showing me the things of God. And then I just started, and then I just started believing. One day I said, you know what? What the hell? Nothing I'm doing is working. I'm going to believe. And so I did. And everything changed. 15 years for me. You might not think this is a big deal, but 15 years. I can look right in her face and tell her I love her without no shame or regret in my heart, because I ain't been messing around. I'm faithful to my marriage. I'm faithful to my children. And if you know anything about my past, if you're here and you watching my channel there and you just know me from my past, I don't know, maybe one of my friends are watching, you know who I was. The word of God changes hearts. So let me share with you 3 different little passages of scripture from here that really helped me out. So let me go here. First, something I had a problem with. Listen, okay? Listen. My child, this is in Proverbs 1 and 10. I'm going to read 3 passages out of here. And then they really are self-explanatory. My child, if sinners entice you, turn your back on them. People doing the wrong thing. They may come and say, come in and join us. Let's hide and kill someone just for fun. Let's just kill people just for fun. Let's ambush the innocent. Let's swallow them alive like the grave. Let's swallow them whole like those who go down to the pit of death. Think of the great things we'll get. Think about how we're going to come up when we go into this grocery store with this loaded gun and put it to somebody's head and blow their brains out just so we can get the $10 out that cash register or $30 or whatever. Man, think about all the stuff we're going to be able to buy. Listen, we'll fill our houses with all the stuff that we take. We'll throw in, come. Throw in your lot with us. Be down with us, homeboy, homegirl. Be down with us. Then this is what the Lord says. He says, but my child, don't go along with them. Don't go along with them. Stay far away from their path. They rush to commit evil deeds. They hurry to commit murder. If a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. Even a bird knows that. But these people set an ambush, put the gun to their own head. They are trying to get themselves killed. Listen to the last part. Such is the fate of all who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. Listen, such is the fate for all, right, who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. If you see somebody walking around here and they idolize money, stay the hell away from them. You don't need it. The Bible already said, I teach you how to do more by doing less. You learn how to live a life of faith. God will provide your needs for you. But if you don't know that, you're going to go and you're going to fall for the first sucker that tell you to do something. The second one I'm going to show you. My mother said this to me all the time, but it helped me. Proverbs 3. Verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Remember, I told you when you draw faces, right? When I draw these faces, there are many a times I'm going to have to draw what I cannot see, but I know from wisdom is there. If you can't wrap your mind around that, this whole thing is going to be kind of, if you can never, if you're a person that's too visual, too analytical, too relying on your smarts, you won't understand any of this. Those are the ones that you see on TV. God's not real. You messing around like, I don't want no consequences. Nobody can tell me how to live my life. What they call them Karens. Not pun against any Karens on the stream today, but this is what they call them in social media. But it's saying, trust in, listen, let me break it down a little bit more. Trust in the basic shape. Trust in the basic shape of what I'm telling you. Trust in the basic shapes. That's all you need to draw people to know to be able to draw somebody. Trust in them and do not depend on your own understanding. Maybe it's a square, but maybe if I just add, maybe it's not really a square. Maybe it's a square, but then there's something here and then there's something over here and there's a little couple of here. You get what I'm saying? No. Trust in the square, the basic shape. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not depend on how smart you are. Seek his will in everything you do, and he will show you which path to take. That is the spiritual thing that I was talking about earlier. There's a part of you, your spirit, that's going to extend to this pen, and from there, because it's attached to your hand, it's going to extend and it's going to produce on this paper something that came from your spirit. That's why our drawings will never look the same. Your drawings are going to look different from mine, and that's okay. But this part can't be taught because I'm not God. You understand what I'm saying? So trust in the Lord. Now the other one here, let's go here. Where am I at? Where am I? Hold on. Where are we at? Here. There's actually two more of them, but they're very short. Proverbs 12:1. Listen. To learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid. That's the word it uses here, to hate correction. If you know everything and nobody can't tell you nothing because you know that you know because you know, you better stay away from a person like that. Because, in the words of Captain America, you think you're right when you're wrong, and that makes you dangerous. The last one. Chapter 13 of Proverbs, verse 3. Those who control their tongue will have a long life. Opening your mouth can ruin everything. Now, this is twofold. The first fold of it is watch what you say to others and how you say it. Remember, everything that flows from you, you might think that your intentions are hidden, but your words carry your spirit. And they act upon things because that's just the way the world works. That when you speak something, you are downloading something from the cloud as soon as you open your mouth. You don't even know what you're downloading. You know, it's nothing worse than not knowing what you're downloading. You ever had, like me, I'm not real tech savvy. So something my wife's always telling me, stop downloading things to the computer. You're going to get a virus. Yeah. And I'll be pressing this button and I was like, oh, and I start downloading. The next thing you know, my computer was glitching. Right? All this stuff was going on because I downloaded the wrong thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't listen. This is just telling you that this is the equivalent of that. When you go against the word of God, when you do something, you are downloading something. I don't care what it is. You're downloading something. You just don't know what you downloaded, but you'll see it. You will. You're going to find out, right? You know how they say mess around and find out. Well, you're going to find out because it's going to become something physical in your life. If you find yourself lonely and nobody want to be around you, guess what you did? You downloaded everything you needed to do on your computer to make sure that nobody ever talked to you again. You did everything right. You might not have intended it that way. It might have just started off with you just being a narcissist. A person that only talks about themselves all the time. Always concerned about themselves and how they look. Right? Let me tell you something else. Like, and as we go with this. Sometimes, right, I was at a store, work the other day. Young lady walks in. I'm talking about, she was 13 years old. She had all of her cleavage hanging out. And then you know what they always say? Well, people are supposed to be in control of themselves. And they're supposed to look at, and they're supposed to be grown people. And they're no right. And they don't understand this concept that I'm telling you. When you do something, something happens in the physical world. So what's happening here is that people can be tempted into sin based off of something you did. You might not have intended for them to look at you. You might believe off of your knowledge, the analytical side of you is saying, well, this makes sense. But God's saying, no, I put this law in order so that because this is a natural occurrence inside of a male to look at females, right? Because we are the ones that perverted everything, right? Well, when you go outside dressed like that, you're saying, well, this man needs to be in control of his thoughts. That just ain't that don't line up with the word of God. They don't line up with the word of God. You get what I'm saying? Now, a man that has God, right? He will still even have a thought. He might understand how to get beyond that thought. He might understand to move past that thought because it was just a thought, right? But still, that temptation is thrown out there. So if you run across a guy that don't got no God in his life, he don't have no, it's all about him. It's all about him. It's all about what he want to do. It's all about him, right? He gonna look. And he might even try to look at all these celebrities now that's getting taken down because of the sexual scandals and stuff. Right? And these young women that got into those situations, they knew who they was messing with. And they went there and they did something that their parent, and they downloaded something that they didn't want to get. And then while they was getting, whatever the situation was, maybe they was getting money, maybe they was getting backstage passes, whatever it was. I used to go to concerts and stuff. I know how it go. Maybe they was a groupie. They just went in to have some fun. They wasn't expecting what happened to them to happen. I'm not saying that they deserved any of that. I'm just saying that they downloaded something and they didn't know what they was downloading. So here, control your tongue because you don't know what you download and what you say to other people. You don't know what kind of consequence that's going to bring in the physical. So if you speak according to the word, you don't have to worry about that because you know exactly what's going to happen when you say what you're going to say, when your heart is right. Now, the other fold, there's two folds. Remember, you ever talk to yourself? Of course you do. You do. Everybody talks to themselves. When you're in your car alone, right? Before you do anything stupid, what you do is you talk yourself into it. Stop running your mouth to yourself so much. Watch what you say to yourself, not just to others. Watch what you say to yourself, not just to others. Opening your mouth can ruin everything. I recommend, that's our word of the day, that you guys go back through the book of Proverbs and read it. A little bit at a time, one section at a time. Just read it. Okay? And it's going to give you some common sense. I don't want to use the word common sense because it's not common sense. It's going to give you some things that you can apply to your life right now to experience heart transformation, energy transformation, and get your life on the path. Maybe you've been developed a bad habit and you don't know how to get out of that thing. Well, at first, anytime you change, the Bible says anytime you change, something's going to hurt at first, right? Because, like, look what he did to Moses, right? When he was trying to free the slaves from Egypt, and Moses didn't want to go because he was scared, all that kind of stuff. But then at some point he went in and he said, out of faith, I'm going to do it. Take that one small faith step today to be obedient to God about it. And then watch what he does with that one little step of faith that you took. Because he says if you have a faith the size of a mustard seed, right, you can move a mountain. You can tell a mountain to move, it'll move out your way. So if you take that one faith step today, that faith step is going to lead to another situation where you're going to have an opportunity to apply another principle of the Bible to your life, and then you're going to see the outcome of that. And this is how you build your faith. But you have to start with little faith. But it's going to get bigger because my faith is, and I'm looking forward to where God is taking me with this. But for the first time, I'm not on antidepressants. I don't sit around worried about like who's going to give me what and where am I going to eat from? I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I'm the only one that works, like physically goes out. I'm doing it traditionally like God said. I'm the man. I let my wife raises the kids at home. I make sure they have what they need. I'm attentive to them. I play with them. I spend time with her. I'm doing all this stuff, right? Where's my next meal going to come from? God, I'm so scared. I don't play them type of games. I just wake up that morning and I do what the God said. And then I look back and it's 2 weeks later and God done provided for me for them 2 weeks. I don't worry about situations until I get in them. I don't even worry about it then, but I don't think about it until I get in it. So don't stop. So stop talking to yourself and talking yourself out of who God says that you are. So guys, I want to thank you for watching the stream today. Super awesome stream. I got a lot from that word today. I'll be streaming again on Tuesday. Good Lord, say the same, right? And we will talk more about caricature and drawing and art stuff like that. If you have any ideas for videos or anything like that, something that you're unclear about, email me, let me know. Also, don't forget, you guys can take classes with me. I do offer classes. And as always, tips are appreciated. If you guys did benefit from the stream and you want to send a super sticker, a super chat, or whatever, or you at the top of your screen, you'll see here that I put our Cash App or whatever for Rousal World. So if you guys want to give to our ministry, thank you so much in advance for doing so. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.